Hello there. You know, I've been sitting here thinking. I was reading some stuff, and paying attention. All this stuff about that border with Mexico and about that. Oh, there's a huge hole. Well, it's like the old days when I was young and they used to have sheep herds and they'd move them from wherever they were down by the town and they'd run them up the 2-lane road 10, 15, 20 miles up to the graze for summer. Okay, well that's what this parade of people headed for the United States border through Mexico looked like as they were going through Mexico City. I guess that's where it was on the news. And it was just a constant mass of people filling the whole street in the middle of this city. I never did see the back end of it. But you know, I can't see how people, well, I guess it's corruption. Because it's like they want to get all these people that aren't citizens of the United States so they can vote in the United States on constitutional items, on state constitutional items, on different items within cities and counties and stuff, see? Well, you know, that's like when I see them preachers on the TV standing up there and telling people, you need to repent, clean your heart, get there, look up, say, Jesus, I'm ready to accept you, I want you in my heart, I take you into my heart. Well, it don't work that way. And that's the same thing with the constitutional naturalization of U.S. citizens. It's the way they made the states of the Union. Even Hawaii and Alaska. You have to ask to join. People are independent, sovereign individuals. I don't care what they say. You have to ask. If you go down and you want to go to a university, you have to put in and apply. And people, oh, gee, I hope I get into one of these big fancy universities. They either accept you or they don't. Well, the same thing goes for everything. You want to join a sorority or a fraternity, you apply. They either accept you or they don't. You want to join the union. They either need you to come join and they'll accept you when you apply, or they won't. See, it's the same thing with everything. If you want to come to the United States, there was a process. All them people that came in through that Ellis Island back there in New York, there was a process they had to go through. All these newer citizens within the last 20, 30 years that we got, they all had to go through a process. Now, everybody's just going to be a citizen. That ain't right. That's like back there they made that amendment to the Constitution in the Civil War times. All persons born in the United States are citizens of the United States. Well, that is not correct, because that baby has a period of time to wait, and he can accept, or she can accept, the idea of being a citizen of the United States, and then they actually have to do something to apply. This whole thing, Social Security numbers when they're popped out of the birthing channel and everything, that's not right. See, we have to choose. You want to join a religion? Well, I don't know about the Catholics. I don't know about some of them. You're just born in. They take you, they sprinkle some water on your head or something, and they go, oh, you're this, you're that. But those people got a right to choose. Maybe they go listen to a Presbyterian feller. Maybe they go listen to LDS missionary. Maybe they go listen to some of them Jehovah's Witnesses or something. They choose to leave where they are and go to wherever they desire to be. That is choice. That's what it said. That's what was set up in that Declaration of Independence as the idea for the whole Constitution. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, among which are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now that men in 1776 meant mankind. See, there's a corruption of the languages. Oh, we got a lot of corruptions in this country. It's interesting to go through and just look. That thing about all citizens born in the United States or citizens of the United States. That's not true. Because if you go look at the patriarchal order, you go look at the matriarchal order, you do all these things with religion, it's whether the father or the mother is. And in the United States, they're conditional when they're born to an American citizen, U.S. citizen. They're a conditional citizen because of the parent. Now, see, there's a whole lot of things. I made a couple of comments. You know them lawyers, that ABA and the states, the different states that have got their bar association that lawyers have to join before they can practice law in that state and everything. Well, that is a royal consort. So technically, under the Constitution, even though it's been passed, it's not accurate. Now, if you go back and look in the Bible, in the New Testament, there was this thing where Rome was ruling Judea, and Christ was born. Well, there was these guys called the Pharisees. And if you look in that New Testament, it says they were knowledgeable in the law. Well, the law of that time was the law of Moses. And them Pharisees were lawyers because they were knowledgeable in the law. These guys, you look at a lot of these lawyers nowadays and some of the sneaky crap they pull and some of the underhanded things and how they look for the loopholes and they can take somebody's property and they can all different kinds. Those are modern day, identical to the Pharisees of that New Testament time. It's interesting to really think about the Constitution, what original intent was, what those fellers all thought. Go read the Federalist propaganda and that was printed in the New York papers to convince people to ratify the Constitution, and go read the anti-Federalist writings that were written to argue against ratifying the Constitution to begin with. It's really interesting. And everything that has happened since, you hear them speak a lot about setting a precedent by what the Supreme Court rules. Well, the Supreme Court don't make law. Anything that's considered law that comes out of the Supreme Court. Congress makes the law. Think about it. I'll be back. You guys all have a good day, and may God bless you all.